This is part 9 of the video solutions for the coordinate geometry quiz review worksheet. In this video I'm just going to cover number 2 here. So we're given if A, B, C, D is a rhombus and A is 1, 5 and B is 6, 2, we want to find two possible coordinates for C and D. So I'm going to find one set of possible coordinates and then leave it up to you to go ahead and find another set. So let's start by graphing A and B. So A is 1, 5 and B is 6, 2. And let's go ahead and connect those. So these are 2 points on the rhombus, and we want to find the other 2 points. Now, we know that the opposite sides of a rhombus are parallel and that all the sides are congruent. So although there are lots of ways to do this, the way that I'm going to solve it is I'm going to figure out the slope of this one. So the slope here is -3, positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -3, positive 5. So now if I go -3, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I should locate another point over here, which is going to have, it's actually the opposite slope. So we know they're not perpendicular because it's just opposite. They're not reciprocals. But it's going to give me the same length here. So this point here, which is going to end up being D, is going to be the same length. Okay, and now I can see that I have my diagonal here as horizontal, which means my other diagonal is going to be vertical because we know the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. So if this point up here was up 3, I know the next point down here has to be down 3 over there, and that would be point C. And if I sketch these in, I have my rhombus. Okay, so point C is 1, -1, and point D is -4, 2. All right, and we can, our justification is that we'll check the slopes of the opposite sides. So the slope of AB, we can figure it out right from the picture. It's going to be -3, positive 5. We already figured that out, -3/5. And we want to make sure that DC is the same slope. So that would be -3, positive 5 there. So the slope of DC is also -3/5. So the opposite sides are parallel for that pair of sides. Now for AD, slope of AD, that's going to be -3, -5, which changes to +3/5. Negative divided by negative is a positive. And we need the slope of BC. So that's -3, -5 also, if we figure it out that way. So that's negative divided by negative, which is also a positive. So right here we can see opposite sides are parallel, so that makes it a parallelogram. Now to show that it's a rhombus, we just need to show that the diagonals, the slopes of the diagonals are opposite reciprocals. So the slope of AC is vertical. You can't walk up a vertical line, so that slope is undefined. And the slope of BD, if I walk along BD, I'm not going up or down, so that slope is 0. And we know that undefined and 0 are opposite reciprocals. So I know that the diagonals are perpendicular. Therefore, since the opposite sides are parallel and the diagonals are perpendicular, the figure is a rhombus. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you need to rewatch it, go ahead and do that. Also, go ahead and try the problem again and see if you can find another pair of points C and D that will also make this a rhombus. That'll be good practice. Alright, see you in part 10.